right now, and that was such a fun pairs event, and it really lived up to what happened in the short program. There were so many storylines, so many things going on. Olympic qualification. I was just furiously on my spreadsheet trying to figure things out. And you know what? The U.S. got a chance to get a third spot. So we can talk about that and the mechanics behind that. But I want to just kind of go back and talk about one, that podium was really incredible, and then two, the U.S. teams did their job, and especially Elisa and Misha just like lights out getting that free skate like they did at Nationals. It was so amazing.
It did feel so identical to Nationals. Elisa and Misha really delivered, and it was so beautiful to watch it live in the crowd. You can just feel the emotion in their performance when they finished. I mean, her throw landings, just incredible. So we were all just in tears with them, honestly. It was awesome.
I mean, it was also just the fact of like the occasion, right? And
yes. Hometown
skating club of Boston, the plane crash in January, like all of those emotions, we all have them here. I still have them. I'm having them right now, and it was amazing to just watch them thrive like they did. And to be honest, like those component marks really need to start going up, like for real, because their skating is so quality, and they've just gotten so much better in their second season together, and sky's the limit for them, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, every detail in that program is just so well polished. All of the stretches, the choreography, it's just brilliantly done. So definitely hoping that they bring that same energy next season. Yeah. And also, Ellie and Danny, that music in the arena for this event in Boston, I mean, everyone was getting that good, warm feeling, beautiful skate, and also just the fact that our two U.S. teams skated so well to get us in that top 13. It's everything we could have hoped for.
It was amazing. It was so good. Okay, let's talk about that top five, right? Deanna, Max, so disappointed after the short, and like it wasn't their best skate, but they got it back. Like I feel like it was a good stepping stone for them. They finished in fifth, not where they wanted to be after winning Worlds last year, but like it wasn't a disaster, and it felt good to kind of have that as the thing that they ended on, and not something different.
Yeah, and you could really see that they were fighting through the program, and that's the type of grit and the type of energy that you want to see out of competitors. Yeah. So I'm sure they'll be back ready to be in it again next season.
Yeah, I mean, you all saw the leader's chair. I was texting someone, I was like, Deanna Stellato is made for that leader's chair. Because she's just one of those people who just like loves to keep her eyes on the scoreboard. Doesn't matter where the competition is, she's just like there.
She's intense.
Yeah,
in the best way.
Yeah, very intense.
Yeah. Also, the Georgian pair, Anastasia Metelkina and Luka Barilova, loved their skate as well. Yeah. They're so enjoyable to watch, junior world champions. And they finished in the top four. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, so good. Top three. What did you think of that top three?
I mean,
I have my thoughts.
I have to say my ultimate favorite of free skates tonight was definitely the German pair. Just so beautifully done. The quality of their throws, of their side-by-side jumps, of just their long stretches. They were really the standing ovation of the night, and I think that they well deserved to be on that podium.
And the thing with them was it was also such a nuance right at the end. Their lift came down weird, and it literally they lost the goal by 0.71, and that lift was the difference. To be fair, I really did think they should have been just a bit ahead of Miura Kihara for the title, but it was so close. It was really kind of like anyone's game. Had they done the lift the way that they should have done it, they would have clearly won. But that lift, I remember looking at when he was on the carry, he had lifted his leg up for the carry and he put it down right away, and I was like, oh no, like that lift is going to come down, and he just worked and worked and worked to save it, and it barely came out.
They did play it off well, though.
They did play it off well.
Yeah, they didn't bat an eye.
It ended up being a level 3. They got a negative GOE for it, and like that was 3 or 4 points right there left on the table. And so that, you know, like you can't complain about like the way that they skated was just so amazing.
True. And Riku and Ryuichi, they were a couple points ahead after the short program, so they did have that extra cushion for the technical mistakes in the free skate just now. There were a couple two-footed landings. We were looking at the cue on the first combo. So it just levels out. This is figure skating.
I was surprised that second axle didn't get called. We were
both surprised.
Intently looking at that protocol, being like, what's gonna happen?
Semantics, you know. But great. I love that Adios music. I think that they are so fast. They're clearly the fastest pair on the ice. Their power is incredible. And of course, the bronze medalists were also.
Nico,
Papa, can you hear me?
Did you skate to that?
No, never.
I feel like
but
you
it was
would.
great.
I don't know why. I feel like that music would be so good for you. You're like, I don't know.
I don't know if that would be my favorite choice. I'd rather skate to their short program music choice, Carmen, because that was electric last night.
You're wearing red, so
ready.
that works. Yeah.
But
So Paulina Edmonds coming back to skate Carmen next year.
Maybe for a show.
Yeah. Sarah Nico, not the kind of skate that they had in the short. Made some mistakes, and they just all sort of just like, they weren't huge mistakes, but they added up, and then that was it. But you saw Sarah in the Kiss and Cry. She was so excited to know that they were back on the podium.
Yeah.
And loved that energy from them. Loved that they were excited. That top 3 was so good.
Huge moment. The World Championships.
Huge moment. Okay, so what's going to happen with this third spot? The third spot, right? For the U.S. The U.S. was the only team here that had that opportunity to get that third spot. Ended up having the opportunity to get that third spot. What happens is, because the U.S. only had 2 pair teams here, the maximum they could have gotten was 2 automatic spots for the Olympics. And so because Ellie and Danny and Elisa and Misha finished 6th, 7th, and 6th, they get an opportunity to get that third spot at that Beijing competition in September. But it's gonna be hard, because we're talking about 19 total spots for the Olympics. 16 of them have already been given out here. There are 3 left. And so, obviously it's very possible to do it, but it's gonna take some good skating for that third spot. And it can't be either of them. It can't be either of these pairs going to the competition for that third spot.
So we have to send another U.S. pair to go quench that Olympic spot.
That is correct.
We can do it. We can do it. Go Team USA.
So many semantics, right? Well, that's the Paris Free Skate. Hope you all enjoyed it, because we all did, and it was so electric. That's only the second day here. We still have 2 more days left. We have the women's free skate tomorrow. We have ice dance practice that will be streamed on Peacock. John Luke Baker and Caitlin Hawaii are going to be commentating on the ice dance practices. What are you most excited about for the women?
I mean, I am so excited to cheer on our Team USA ladies. We have 2 of them sitting in spots 1 and 3, right? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I'm really hoping that tomorrow we have really great skates, but there's so many strong women. I would say the top 12, the top 13. I mean, everyone skated so well in that short program. We had so many clean programs, so I'm hoping they carry that same energy, and I hope it's just energy on fire tomorrow.
Well, 9 points between 1st and 12th for the women's short program. So a lot's gonna happen. So, all right, we're gonna get some rest or something, eat some food, take a nap, and then we'll be back tomorrow. See you later.
Bye.